documenting the collapse of life as we know it, as perpetrated by the global military-industrial complex. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the Ronald Show, Ronald.
All right. So we did bicep curls. I did 13 with 20 pounds, and now we have the number 7 is ins and outs. In and outs. And this is this estimates or calibrates your core, your stomach, you know, how good in shape your stomach muscles are. And let me tell you, I stopped doing sit-ups a long time ago, and I never really focused on my stomach, and I should have, but and I'm sorry that I didn't, and I took it for granted that I would be able to always be able to do sit-ups. And this wasn't sit-ups, but this definitely worked my abdomen. And this is called ins and outs. And what you in and outs, what you do is the starting position is seated with hands on the floor at your sides, knees bent with feet on the floor, and raise your feet off the ground and bring your knees towards your chest. And now my gut was in the way, which really bothered me, because when I brought my knees up to my chest, it didn't even get there. It was like hitting my gut, and my knees were splitting apart, and it was like, oh my God. I never had that feeling before. I hated it. Which is more motivation to stick to the P90X program and lose all the weight that I want to lose. And not weight, but I want to change my body composition. All right. So seated on your butt, hands at your sides, knees up at your chest, and then you put your legs out and bring them in, kind of like ins and outs. Kick out, kick in, and you don't let your feet touch the ground. So you know, you can picture it. Now they recommend, excuse me, that you can do 25 of them, and I did 20. And I went to failure. I mean, when I got to 20, everything was burning. My legs were burning, my stomach was burning. I was starting to cramp up in my upper abdomen, and I was not happy. And so that's exercise number 7, in and outs. They recommend 25. I did 20. So far I've passed 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll figure it out at the end. All right. And the final one, number 8, they wanted to check it's called the heart rate maximizer. And the heart rate maximizer is you do 10 minutes of jumping jacks. Not 10 minutes, I'm sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes of jumping jacks. And then the last 30 seconds of those 2 minutes, you go as fast as you can. And then when you're done, as soon as you're done, you take your pulse. And they want you to measure your pulse rate 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. First, as soon as you're done. And so I did the 2 minutes of jumping jacks. The last 30 seconds I went as hard as I could. And my 1 minute pulse rate, as soon as I finished, I took it, was 153 beats per minute. And then at the 1 minute mark, after I finished the jumping jacks, my heart rate was 134 beats per minute. And then at the 2 minute mark, after finishing the jumping jacks, my heart rate was 114 beats per minute. And then at the 3 minute mark, my heart rate was 110 beats per minute, so it was still moving fast. And then at the 4 minute heart rate, it was 104 beats per minute. So I maxed out at 153, and 4 minutes later it was still 104. And then after 4 minutes, that was still like almost 50 or yeah, almost 50. Well, it was 40, almost 40 beats higher per minute than my resting heart rate. All right, so that's how I did on my fit test today. How did I do? I don't know what they recommend here for the heart rate maximizer. There's be able to finish the 2 minutes of jumping jacks. That's what they say. Be able to finish the 2 minutes, and I was able to do that. And I pushed myself, and I went all out. I brought it. You need to bring it. You need to broad it too. And I did well. So I guess I passed the bicep curl. I passed the wall seat. I passed the jumping jacks. I passed the stretch test. Those 4. I didn't pass the pull-ups, and I didn't pass the in and outs, and those were the 7 exercises. And my resting heart rate is 66 beats per minute, and I weigh 220 pounds. But in 90 days, my goal is to weigh 175 pounds. Now, here's the thing about losing weight. I read in several different places that you don't want to lose weight, you want to lose body fat. All right? Now, when we get back, I'm going to talk to you about body composition and the rate of fat loss based on my own research. All right? We'll be right back to The Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it. Hi, welcome back to The Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it. I am Ronald, and we are back. Now, before we left, I was talking to you about body composition and the rate of losing body fat. And when you're talking about weight, health, fitness, and body composition is really the body mass index. They call it BMI, and that is the ratio of muscle mass to body fat. And for a very fit elite athlete, for a male, you want to be under 10%, 5 to 9%. 10 to 15% is an athlete, and then 15 to 19 or 21 is, average, and then above that you're overweight. For a female, it's like 3 to 4% higher. So what we're talking about is not so much weight, but body mass index. Now, the rate at which you should be able to lose body fat is, I've read, 2.5 pounds per week. Now with the P90X program, which is what I'm doing, the P90X program right here, I want to look like that guy. That's the guy I want to look like. See that? I want to look like him. I want to be ripped. I want to have that stomach. I want to have those arms. I want to have that low body fat percentage. I want to be ripped. I want to look like that guy. I want to be that guy. I don't want to have a big boiler hanging out over my belt. I don't. So 2.5 pounds of fat per week. Now, that equals, what is that? 5, 10. That's 10 pounds per month of body fat. If I lost 10 pounds per month on the 90-day program, that's 30 pounds of body fat. Right now, I weigh 220 pounds. So if I went from 220 to 190, losing all body fat, following their regimented food guidelines, then I should weigh 190 and have a very lean BMI, hopefully under 10%, and be building muscle at the same time. Now, I'm going to do the cardio fit program first. I think I'm going to do cardio first, and there's 3 different ways you can go about doing the P90X program. There's 3 different cycles. And I'm going to do the lean cycle first, and then I will do the classic, and then I'll probably do the doubles. So I'll do lean to get fit, aerobically fit, and you also do weightlifting, and I'll also be building muscle, but I'll be focusing more on shredding body fat. So if I can lose more than 30 pounds of body fat and get closer to 180, that'll be cool. But I'm going to start with the lean P90X 90-day program first. Then I'm going to go to the classic with the weight building, and then I'll even shred more body fat. And by then I'll be into a routine. And that's the thing you have to realize. Getting started is the hardest part. Getting started is the hardest part. Getting started is the hardest part. So you got to get started. You got to get started immediately. It was my birthday. It was February 17th. My wife said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "I want the P90X." I had been watching the infomercial for, I don't know, maybe like a year. And like one of the people on the commercial says, they found that they were watching the same commercial like 3 times. So I told her, "Hey, it's my birthday. What do I want? I want the P90X." I got on the phone, I called, ordered the whole thing right off the bat, got the, in 5 days. The shipping and the shipping was quick. And, I got the whole package in like 5 days. I put together the chin-up bar. I installed it yesterday. I took the fit test today. I set up a nice room with a DVD player and a nice TV, and I'm all set to go, and I have my space to work out. And so starting tomorrow is going to be my day one, March 3rd, 2011. And that's where we are. Thank you for watching The Ronald Show. I am Ronald. This is The Ronald Show, documenting the collapse of life as we know it.